So I need to go over on the Uber Goober side. And hang on just a minute. We're making sure everybody's happy. Here we are. We're live over here on YouTube. Alrighty. And we will see people coming in just a minute. We'll give this a real minute to let everybody. And then I'm going to go over on my D Live. There we go. We got people coming in.
Right on.
Lovey, thank you for the follow. Let me pull out this chat here real quick. Now, I'm going to tell you what, guys. We got a hell of a show for you here. Hey, thank you, Next. I see you over there on YouTube. Hey, Joy. I will let you all know right now, we've got two of the most beautiful women here on today, and I am so flippin' excited. I can barely stand myself. I can barely stand myself, Jess Paula. Thank you very much, Paula. And you got your pounder over there on YouTube. Please, no bullshit, no trolls. You see anybody coming in causing any problems, get their ass out. You know, hammer them. We just don't put up with it. Never have, never will. Susan, hello, everybody. Guys, look who I've got. Joy says, hello, Anica and Flipper.
Hey, how you doing, Joy?
We're going to give this a few minutes for everybody to come in today. And I got to tell you, I cannot believe. When I tell the story of how I met Anica, you guys are just going to flip. Just going to flip. People thought I was full of shit when I was telling them. You know, you'll never believe who I just heard from. I was like a little schoolgirl.
That's funny.
I was.
Wow, you know, it's our pleasure. Seriously, it's my pleasure too. Like, you know, JJ, stop it.
What kind
Our
of a dog
dog
do
thinks
you
he's
have?
a pit bull.
Oh, what kind of a dog do you have?
A Morkie.
A Morkie? I have a Yorkie.
Oh, do you? Okay,
Yes.
so you know
Yes.
that they love to just yap a little bit, you know.
Mine does all the time. You know.
Ours thinks he's a pit bull.
Oh my God.
But he
Oh
loves
my
people.
God. Well, you know, we have a lot in common. The three of us. First of all, we all have the first name is the same.
Yes.
And we have a Morkie and a Yorkie.
Yeah.
But we also, oh my goodness sakes, I just got a Ninja Guinea from Tina Vlogs. This is for you. Awesome show, babe. Who loves you, baby? That was from Miss Tina.
So
Sent me a Ninja Guinea, which is like a donation through D Live.
Oh, very beautiful.
Yes.
Oh.
So I love you too, Miss Tina. You're a good friend. Thank you. Okay, so you have Shauna saying hello, Uber and Nika.
Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
And
I'm so happy to be here.
yes, I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead and share this out if you wouldn't mind, please. Share it out. Share it out. Share it out. Let's get it out there. But anyway, and then we all play music.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I saw one of your videos on YouTube.
What'd you think? I mean, those are
Oh,
30
I thought
years.
you were hot. Like, seriously, very cool. Very cool.
30 years ago, you know, that was back in the day when you went into a bar and played a gig. You know what I'm saying?
You were solid. You were solid, girl. Oh,
man,
yeah.
thanks. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a lot. So, hey, Hannah Bobana, we're going to give this a few more minutes for more people to get in here. And then we're going to start this show off. Matter of fact, let me just play it right now. Let me go ahead and just play. I'm going to show you Miss Anika's, if any of you hadn't seen it, thank you so much, Paula. I really appreciate that. Paula just sent me a diamond through D Live, and I much appreciate that very, very much. And thank you, Papa, for sharing it out. We've got all kinds of people coming in here, both on D Live and on YouTube, and they came here to see Anica and Flipper.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! So for all of
that, thank you.
Don't know who Miss Anica is, and I'm sure you will know her the minute you hear her. Of course, I've been only talking about you two for what? 2 or 3 weeks? So,
Wow.
they know who we are. But just in case they don't, we're going to. Can you see the screen now, you guys?
I can
Let me
see the
know.
screen. Yeah, we see it.
Okay, good, good. Okay. Hey, D Live crew. Hey, Miss Shauna. We love you, honey. Hey, Karen. Nice to meet y'all. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play a little bit of Miss Anika at the AGT, America's Got Talent. This is the audition that caught my eye with you, Anika. I've got to tell you, of course, I'm a big Janis Joplin fan. I even went as far as getting my happy fat ass that can't breathe to Seattle, Washington to watch the performance, the reenactment of Janis Joplin's play uh,
Wow.
in Seattle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it. So you had me at this song right here, and then your energy. I mean, your energy on stage. I'm jealous.
No.
I'm jealous. Yes. Here we go, everybody. Here she is. I love Janis Joplin too. Thank you. Next. Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Years old, and I'm currently working as a realtor. Being on America's Got Talent, it's a dream that has been in my soul forever. I can't even believe that I'm actually breathing the same air as you are.
She is such a sweetheart.
I would think about being a star someday. Once you truly believe in yourself, that's when it happens.
Here she is, guys. I'm
I
here.
believe I'm here.
We did the same hairstyle for the
Oh,
day.
yours is way better than mine.
No. Who are you?
Well, my name's Anika.
And what will you be doing for us today?
I'll be singing a song.
Ah, and do you earn a living singing or?
No, actually, I'm a realtor right now.
Ah, okay.
You know, Simon, if you want to sell your house, just give me a call.
Hey. I love that.
Canadian giveaway.
I loved it.
And I can't believe it. I am one of those people. It's the biggest stage on the planet.
Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
To see you guys. I'll talk to
She's
you
so
soon.
excited.
I was.
Oh, bless your heart. Hey, Winky. Get it, Anika. God dang it, girl. Look at that energy. Woo! Oh my God. Girl, I'm telling you, when you did that, Anika, there was one part in there where you did a little bit of a jump like old Janis Joplin used to do with your
Yeah.
leg and your hip. Did you feel her in that moment? Did you have that much energy?
Oh, well, you know what? I was so hyped up just from being on that stage. I think I was like my adrenaline was right out to lunch. But the thing is when you do Janis Joplin, you have to seriously channel some really big energy in order to do the song any justice because no one's like Janis Joplin, of course.
Right,
There's
exactly.
only one Janis Joplin, but if you can emulate the song and do it justice. That's what the aim is, so that if the artists were listening, they'd be happy with what you've done to incorporate it. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, uh, F- Flipper, were you in there? Yeah, Flipper, were you there with her?
I wasn't. I was planning on going, but they called and told us that I couldn't go because of COVID. The numbers went up, and so just a few days before, I had to change my plans.
Oh, what a bummer, right?
It
It
was.
was
It
a
was.
bummer because we do everything together pretty much, and
Right,
it was
right.
going to be such a great trip. We had everything planned, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, no spouses, no family members, no friends, unless and it really was kind of a bummer that way. But at least
The
you know
opportunity was
I'm
just great.
I'm used to traveling too, so and by myself normally, but I always love having Flipper with me because we have a good time.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And well, that's why I was kind of wondering, God, what an opportunity that would have been for her to be there. Not only that, but for the support. You would know that she's there,
Oh
you know.
yeah, because I was by myself. I was one of I think 4 or 5 Canadians that were there that day,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, and a lot of them did have family members. But you know what? I was in such a zone. I was trying to put myself in a zone because you have to understand, like the amount of talent that was there that actually didn't make it through was freaking me out. The scenes sometimes in the show, not necessarily this particular one that I was in, but all the other ones where, you see that one person sitting in the room and they're
Yes.
waiting for I was that person.
Oh, bless your
so all
heart.
so all day long I was hearing, you know what I mean? I
Oh
was
my
hearing
God.
and for people that I thought for sure would get through, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm screwed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of that though, Simon didn't like your audition.
He didn't. And you know what? The thing is that I had to reevaluate that because you know what? This is a hard business, and it is what it is kind of thing. But I think Simon, sometimes let's put it this way. I made the final cut, right? And
Right.
I honestly think that Simon has a lot to do with that. So I was thinking because people were saying, well, you only got 3 of the judges saying yes, and the last one didn't say yes, but there was a lot that had 4 yeses and didn't make it to the live shows. So what's that all about? And I just sort of think to myself, maybe they're just looking for something, and
Right.
maybe I fit that bill for some reason. I don't know.
Well, actually, you were the only one that I saw out of all of them that had that rugged, that go get personality, the spunk that it takes to be out on stage. A lot of that dancing group, the Thai, I can't remember their name. I don't feel that they had the spunk. And when you got voted off, I went, no fucking way. I was like screaming at the TV. I'm saying, what the fuck is going on? And I'm thinking, no! If I could have jumped through my 65-inch TV, I would have done it and strangled people. I
Hey, you
was,
were with me. I felt the same way.
Now, see,
yeah,
I felt entirely different about it because I saw it live in person. These guys, they are like super people, superhuman powers as far as I'm concerned. And I really love like Taekwondo and all the breaking of the wood and all that kind of stuff. So when I was on the stage and I thought I had a second chance, I looked beside me and I just went, oh God, I don't have a chance.
my God.
But
I felt for you, girl. I was crying. I was screaming. I was pissed.
oh
I mean,
no.
I was
Oh,
so
wow.
upset. Let me get a few comments out here in the audience. We've got
Okay.
house. We got a buttload of people out here. One of them. Thank you, Tina, for subscribing to D Live. Thank you very much. You are now a goober picker. You may flick your booger at anyone you like. That's part of being.
I love
That is
that.
part of being an uber goober over here on D Live. So, actually, Tina says, I think she's a Janis Joplin reincarnated. This lady has that talent.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Is her name Tina?
her name is Tina. Yes, and
Tina, hi, Tina.
she's a
Thank
good
you very
friend of
much for that beautiful comment. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she's a very good friend of mine. Radar says, I think they look for many traits in a person other than just talent. Personality, the way they carry themselves, character, and outgoing. That's exactly it, Radar, and this woman has it all. I know from being up on stage. Hello, Sharon. Hello to everybody we've missed. Oh, Tina just gifted a goober sticker to Miss Lulu. Miss Lulu, you are now a goober picker, and you may flick your boogers at anyone.
I want to do that.
That's right. You two are honorary goober pickers. That's right.
You got me.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, so you never did get to meet the judges, did you? They
I
don't
did,
allow
yeah.
that. Oh, you did?
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so funny because when I was we were waiting in line for the live show of the first quarterfinal,
Hmm.
and you know, we didn't actually talk. All of us didn't actually talk to the judges, but we were there with them when they were doing their, sound checks and stuff. And the thing that it was is very interesting. When I saw Simon, it was like, this kind of like 10 feet away from me. And he gave me a wink kind of thing when he went into his room. And his head was like so much bigger than his body. It was like his head was huge. When you see him, no, seriously, I expected him to start like the bobble thing going on. You know what I mean? That's what it just appeared like to me. And he gave me a wink, and then Sophia, well, she had a hard time in her pumps and heels and stuff, so she was like, ooh, all around. I thought she was drunk at first, but she wasn't.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and Heidi's always like la 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 la. So it's like Heidi's like, or Howie's like, don't touch me, don't touch me, kind of thing. So it worked out that you know what, when I say about all of them, they're all stars in their own right, and Simon has really softened up over the years, as you
Right.
probably have noticed.
Yeah.
Um, he's not a bad guy. He's just a businessman.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
all.
it's actually that's what they're doing. They're running a business,
They
you know.
are, for
So,
real.
I mean, you
And
got to look at the money that they put into that production
oh, it's
and
huge.
look at the people that they bring over.
And
You
the
know,
professionalism of the whole thing, they really treat you like royalty when you're there.
you're
Like,
right.
they give you the proper cues. They have lights on you when you're coming down the stairs. They hold on to your
Wow.
arm if you need it. They give you food. You're treated just like a star. All of us were. And I'm very grateful for that experience. And yeah, that costs a lot of money when you get a really good team of professionals working for the production. As when you have a good production team,
Right.
you feel like $1 million, you sound like $1 million,
Right.
way better than if you didn't, right? So
Well, did they fly you down there and then fly you back too, or did
they
you have
flied
to?
me twice. They flied me down
Ooh,
twice. They flew me down
good.
twice. They flied. Yeah,
They
they
fly
flied
you.
me twice. Ah! They flew me.
Okay, so they
I don't know.
fly you down.
They flew me down twice. Once for that audition that you showed,
Uh huh.
and then when I actually was, chosen as the cut for the 36 for the lives, they flew me down again, and
That's
put
cool.
me up in beautiful hotels, and it
Oh,
was
that's
really,
pretty cool. A chance of a lifetime,
it really is. Yeah.
and you handled it perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. And I'm just very, very proud of you.
Uh,
But you know what, Flipper? I'm proud of you too because it's not easy for like, and I've been there with my a relationship being on the road. It's not easy, kind of standing back in the shadows. When in actuality you've probably been her biggest supporter and her biggest helper.
for
So I
real.
want to give kudos to you too, because
Thank
it's
you.
it's not easy, honey. It's not easy, and
Yeah, it
so
can be difficult for the partners involved, the partners of anybody who's involved in the music industry, because
right,
they see the pain, sometimes they see the
yeah,
struggle, They
Yeah.
see the hard work and the travel, and you have to be away from them. Like the first time I went for that audition, I didn't see my family for 30 days because I had to quarantine for 10 days, and then I had to do the
Oh,
show, the hard work
wow.
for 4 days, and then come back and quarantine for another 14 days. So
Oh,
by the time I
God.
got
I didn't
home, it
know
was a
that.
month.
That was hard. Yeah.
That was difficult. So,
I did not know that you had to be quarantined. And
oh
I should
yeah,
have known that leaving the States,
yeah,
going up into
yeah.
Canada. If anybody of you don't know, Flipper and Anica live in Canada. And so now that makes perfect sense, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, and actually, I had to get a fast test there at the in the at the Toronto airport because I didn't realize you needed another COVID test. Before I got home, I'm sure I had at least 17 COVID tests just to make sure that everything was okay because they're very, very strict about that on set. Like
Right?
nobody gets in the building, nobody gets near you. We had to stay in our room for quite a while every day, and they would bring our food.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was quite an experience. And this all started back in November, eh?
Oh my
So it
God.
started back in November, and I got on
2020.
of 2020,
Yeah.
and being the first, I mean, initial contact being made,
You've got all
and
kinds of Canadian flags going up in the chat in support of
oh,
yours.
and we love
Yeah.
the US too,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
yeah, for
Oh my
sure.
God.
Yeah.
I've met
So
so many
I want to
people.
say hello to everybody in the chat. And thank you for coming in. This means a lot, not only to me, but to Anica and to Flipper. And let me tell a little story how I got to know Anica and then how I got to know Flipper, which is kind of a funny thing. So of course, I watched her on AGT, and then I followed her on Twitter. I saw that she was on there, and I kind of want to know where she's going at with her career. Because the girl's got talent. She's got places to go. Thank you very much, everybody, for the donations. I greatly appreciate that. And so I followed her, and one day I look at my Twitter, and I'll be damned, I've got this Anica following me, and I went, what? This is a flippin' troll. No way. So, I don't know. Can you see the screen if I share? Can you see my Twitter? Hang on just a minute. Hang on,
Thank
let me,
you.
because I'm going to share not all that we talked about, of course, but I'm going to share some of it. So, if you can see, it says, is this the real Anica? If it
Oh,
is, I just love you, girl, and admire you. I was a drummer, singer for 50 years, had to give it up. I miss my music every day, and you're on my bucket list, which she is. She is on my bucket list to see in person. So
Yeah.
keep shining, I told her. And she said, oh my God, you just made my heart smile. It is Anica. I said,
aw.
Ah.
by then I had a meltdown. I said, holy shit. I said, holy shit, girl, I'm so surprised that you followed me. I'm just an old lady that does YouTube and D Live every day to make an extra buck. I fell in love with your energy, your spirit, and you remind me of me. Girl, you're the best. Well,
Ah.
by then, well, hell. And then I got to thinking, I got to quit texting this gal because she's going to think I'm a flippin' stalker, you know?
That's funny.
But then she DM'd me at one time and point, and she said, let me know if you're over on Facebook, and I will make sure that I add you to the group. So I did, and we've been talking, and here she is.
Hi.
Hello. But the
It's
funny
so
part
nice to
about,
meet.
well,
It's so nice to meet you.
her and Flipper, you and Flipper share an account over there on Messenger, right?
We do, yes. Yeah.
So one day I'm typing thinking it's Anica I'm typing to, and then pretty soon it goes, hi, this is Flipper, and she's continuing the conversation. And then pretty soon it's, hi, this is Anica, and they're continuing the conversation back and forth.
Everybody gets tripped out when we start texting because it's both of us.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was a hoot. So,
Um,
Anica, when did you start playing music?
well, I never really got the opportunity to say my story on AGT, and I am writing a book right now of my experiences in music, but I didn't actually find out that I was musical at all until I was about 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, because I grew up in foster care.
I heard that. Yes.
Yeah, and the family, the last family that took me in, they brought me in their home, and they noticed that would pick up different instruments that were in their home, like little drums or piano or things like that, and I would pick out little songs or play to a beat or anything like that, and they'd be like, how are you doing that? And I said, I don't know.
So you
I
just
don't know
have a
how I
natural
do it.
talent for it.
I do everything by ear. And over the years,
See.
of course, I mean, I've learned a lot over the years from other great players and stuff, but I always try to play with people who are better than I am so that I learn, all the time. And I started getting my own gigs when I was about 13. I'd call the bar owners or festivals and stuff and ask them, beg them really, to let me play. And finally they did. And I told them I was 16 because back in the day, if you told them you were 16 and you were in the musicians union, you could play. You just had to have an adult with you. That's all.
Right.
So I was actually 14, and I can say that now because I don't care.
Too late
But
now.
yeah, it's too late now. You gave me my break. Anyway, so I've played every club and every you can possibly imagine, and all over the place for almost 40 years, about 38 years now.
See, you've been in it just as almost as long as I have. I started when I was 7 and hung it up when I was 50. So that's
Okay,
43 years. Yeah, so we're right there.
we're right
Yeah,
there. And after 20 years, Uber, it's like everybody, you pretty much have gone through all the scenarios. If you worked at hardcore, and I always did, I worked at hardcore,
right,
just like you, right? Traveling
right.
musician.
Oh, yeah, traveling. And back in the day, you only got $50 per gig.
Exactly.
And out of that, you had to pay for your gas, all your fixies, your
Yeah, but
food.
then I got smart. Then I got smart, and I used to tell the bar owners because I think I put bar owners all in the same slot. They need to make money, you know what I mean, kind of thing. So you're not
Right,
getting anything. It was the festivals and the corporate gigs and stuff like that where you could really get a good buck. And I'd say, oh well, of course we need our accommodations, and of course we need our mileage, and of course
good
we
for
need
you.
meals, and so as you graduate and understand the business a little bit more, you don't have to suffer as much in the back of a van, keeping yourself cold, warm or whatever.
Well, I'm telling you what, we did that for quite a while. We traveled all over, but you know, I don't know. When you've got it in your heart, you've got that music in your soul, you'll do anything to play,
Yeah.
music. Because it just almost brings a peace over you. Is that how you kind of feel about it too?
I absolutely do. It's part of my DNA. And
Yeah.
when something's missing, like when the pandemic hit and everything, Flipper and I would go online and I would as well and do just concerts and stuff to raise money for other artists who that's all they do for a
Mhm.
strict living. Because I know what it's like to just do it for a
Right.
strict living. I did it for a long time, 15
Right.
years, strictly just music. And then because I was raising a child too, so I'd have another job occasionally.
Right.
Um, but we get on and then after a while just like singing into a screen and not really seeing anybody to get their energy and all that kind of stuff and their laughter, it's sort of like started to make me feel kind of like, oh, I can't wait till we can go live again and do this
Yeah, because
live,
you feed off of their energy from the crowd. You can look people in the eye and see
exactly,
their response back to you, you know.
exactly.
Now, Flipper, what kind of instruments do you play, honey? Because I watched a video where Anita, you did Shadow. Oh my God, I'm like, oh my God, she did it so good. And Flipper, you were in the back, singing along and playing. What other instruments do you play? I know you're trying to learn how to play drums.
Yeah. Well, I started a couple of years ago. We had a storm and we lost electricity and everybody was freaking out. Anyway, so I said, let's have some fun. So can you sing a song? And I grabbed two cans of tomato soup, I think. Anyway, so I didn't do this before. So I picked up a flipper spatula
There
and
you
I
go.
started banging on the cans, keeping the beat with Katie's music, with Anika's music.
Good
And
for you.
so it almost went viral. It was like, oh my gosh, I think we
I don't
had
know, we had
200
200,000 views or
200,000
Yeah,
something.
views. It
yeah,
went
it was
crazy. Anyway,
awesome.
so So I started to do a few other videos with her, and yeah, it went over well. And I have a lot of fun playing. I love playing the cans more than I like playing the guitar.
Oh my! But do you play guitar too?
I do, yes. Not as well as Anika, but
Oh, wow.
yes,
Whatever.
I do.
Well, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share your YouTube channel out there. Let me copy it, and I'm going to put it in one. Joy, I'm going to ask you to share this over on, or my mods, please share it over on YouTube also, please. And this is Anika's channel. And on there, you'll be able to see where Anica and Flipper both do some singing together. You'll see a lot of Anika's work. And so please go over there and sub to her. Please, please. And also, she has a Simon. She also has Katie. Oh, sorry, Anica and
Yes.
Flipper. I'm sorry. Anica and Flipper also have a Facebook, which I'm going to also share their link. Is that the one you wanted me to share, guys?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get them pulled up. There we go, right there. Let me get it pulled up. I was watching your Santa Claus beards.
This morning,
November.
November. Hey, you got to wake people up.
Oh my God, you guys crack me up.
I
Okay,
have
and
fun.
this is their Facebook page. Now they do a live show every morning, so make sure you go over there and you follow them. And they do a show. Now she's 4 hours ahead of me, which I was thinking 3. It's been a clusterfuck to try to get this together because I was just not into it, getting the times right. I'm slow. What can I
You
say?
did great. You don't
What
you
can
be
I
so
say?
hard on
Well,
yourself.
I apologize. First I spelt the name wrong, and then, we had the
You've done
times.
every listen. You're just
Uh,
you're an amazing announcer, an amazing person, and
oh,
yeah,
thanks.
I see people following you like way more than they follow me,
Oh,
and and I'm telling you right now, everybody loves you because you're real, right? And that's what it's all about. You're
I
real.
try to be. Thank you very,
Yeah,
very much. That makes me feel really good, guys. Thank you.
yeah.
And so go over, check them both out on Facebook. Now, I will tell you, and I'm going to slip the beans here, be the first to hear this, guys. Anika and Flipper are going to be doing a separate YouTube channel
Yes,
with live shows, or at least they'll be recording their live shows from Facebook and putting them over on YouTube.
yes. The
And
morning show.
so,
Yeah.
yes, the morning show. So, guys, you got it first here, first-hand scoop, hot news.
That's funny.
So
That's hilarious.
we're gonna get that worked out so that they can do that, and I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for this.
Me
And
too.
so,
I also have a rock musical that I don't think anybody really knows about too much, but I've been working on this rock musical for about 25 years, and it's called Deception. And I
wow.
did a little mini tour with it. I have 14 actors, and it's all original soundtrack, all original storyline. I have 3 drag queens in it. I mean, there's all kinds of things going
Oh my
on.
God.
Yeah, yeah, and there it is. There's
There's
the actual CD.
this
It's
is
the
your
soundtrack.
CD.
Yeah, yeah, and it's been since AGT. It's interesting how interested people are in this rock musical, and so what my aim is to get people to know the words, or if they like the music, and then when they come to see the production, they can see which song goes with which scene, and what it all
Oh
means.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, now I hold that up, that CD up, because
Okay.
um. Okay, so here's what the situation is. See that CD, guys? Well, guess what? I'm getting 2 of them. One of them
No.
is signed,
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yes, you did. Okay.
yeah, and anyway, they should be. Hey, pirate, my little love, I love you. Anyway, they should be here soon, and we're giving one of these away. One of the
Oh,
CDs
wow.
is going to be given away. But if any of you want this CD, you need to send. How much are they now, kiddo? Because I'm going to put your PayPal in here.
Well, they're $20 and $5 shipping. Is that
$25.
$25?
$25.
Yeah.
So here is her PayPal. If any of you want to get this Deception CD, and I highly recommend it. I
Yeah.
highly recommend it. And I just posted her PayPal in there, and they will send it because you got to remember they got to pay that shipping over
Yeah.
over to the states. So $25, and there you go. So let's
We sent a bunch out this morning to various people in the United States, and it's all this paperwork. You have no idea. Like, you have to say what it is, what the value of it is, and they got to stick
right.
it over here. And then there's another sticker over there, and
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can just imagine. You know, and you being over there in Canada and here in the States where you've got a lot of fans over here. So I imagine that can get a little bit expensive.
yeah, well, it can, but no, but we can. It's included.
good.
Like the shipping takes care of us. No worries at all. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, and
Everything's
we've been getting a lot of support,
Good.
and people sending the American money. I mean, the exchange is also there too, right? So I mean, it's all good. It all works out perfectly. And
Right.
the main thing is that I really really hope that they enjoy it. It's I've done a lot of CDs over the years, but this one is near and dear to my heart. It's because it's all original characters, all original
Oh, I can't
everything,
wait.
and
So
I can't wait for you to
let me
see it.
let me go back to this deception here in just a minute. But the people are asking, saying they need your CD. So,
Okay.
Pizza Lover, the U.S. dollars, right? Well, what happens when you go into her PayPal? It will automatically switch over currency to Canadian currency for you. So you just put the 25 in there, and then it'll automatically go into switch it over for her. And then Tina, I just sent her PayPal. Put it back in the chat again. Tina said she's going to be getting a CD, and then so if I can get shipped to New Zealand, can you ship to New Zealand?
Absolutely.
Anywhere in the world.
Absolutely, Tori. So there's her PayPal again. So here we go. We're going to put it in there again. If my mods wouldn't mind putting that in there for this CD, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much, and make sure to put your. How does that work with the address? Do you just
Just
give
make
that?
sure that they
Yeah.
give us their mailing address.
Just the mailing
Yeah.
address, and we'll make sure that you
So
get it.
what'll happen when you do the PayPal? There'll be a little box underneath if you want to leave a message, and that's where you put your name and your address. Yeah. So make sure that you do that. Make sure you leave your name and address. If you have any problems whatsoever, get a hold of me, and I will make sure I get your address to Flipper and Anica. So
Thank you so much, Jay.
yeah, no problem. So let's
Thank
go back
you.
to this deception. Is there any kind of a website or anything that we can go to look at this or see it or
You can go and see my teasers. Right now, there's a very long story with regards to being able to see it on film. There was actually, I'll share it with you.
okay,
One of the gentlemen I had two audio guys during the time that we were putting it together and putting it in various theaters, and he didn't hook he didn't hook up the audio to the direct line of the theater.
right?
He was
Oh
using
no.
the audio from the sidewash cameras,
Oh no.
right? And I didn't realize this because I mean I'm the director, and I also played a part in the I played one of the characters as well. So it was kind of you're running around expecting people. Anyway, I thought he knew what he was doing, but he didn't.
Oh
um
my
and
gosh.
And when I got finished the production, I'm like, well, at least we can, we can sell this as well, and it's good promotion or whatever. Anyway, when he sent me back the audio, I said, I'd like to be part of, I said to him, I said, John, I said, I'd like to be a part of the editing process,
Oh, absolutely.
right? So that I can, do it proper, help and with my vision of what I'd like to see. And he said, he said, this is really what I just want to do it on my own. And I promise you, I'm going to do a great job and you're going to love it. And this is where I really excel. And anyway, he convinced me that, and I was busy too. I said, okay, well, just send me a clip. Send me the first act. And then so I waited like 3 months to get the first act. And when he sent it to me, it was 5 minutes long. It was 5 minutes worth of audio after 3 months and visual. And I sat at my computer and I'm looking at this, and like I almost started crying.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Because I paid this guy like some money, you know what I mean? And he thought it was great. He said, I know you're gonna love this. And I'm looking at it, and he changed frames every 5 seconds, not even. He would change a frame, change a frame, change a frame. It was so busy.
Oh
And
no.
and he took audio, or he took visuals from the dress rehearsals and the actual show. So, my drag queens weren't even shaved hardly, like, you know what I mean?
Oh
And
my God.
they would never let me put that on there. So, you know what I mean? Like my girls. And I'm just like, you know what, to this day, I haven't even made
Oh my
contact with
God. That just
them.
kind of blew your bubble, didn't it?
It
And
really did. And
in
and then,
actuality, you should have had some say in how it was edited.
I think so. Like I mean, the thing is that, I really like I'm not a micromanager, and I really like to give people the opportunity to be creative in their own way. That's why I said, just give me the first act and I'll take a look at it. And if I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing, or I feel that there's, you have my vision there, then no problem, like, cause I'm not, like I say, I'm not a micromanager, and I'm not a bitch either. Like, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I'm just a regular kind of Joe, director kind of thing. And I will never, I will never make that mistake again.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not a
bless
matter
your
of
heart.
being nice. I've learned over the years, it's not a matter of being nice. It's just a matter of really looking over your product and making sure that it's done properly. And I've learned a lot of things since that time.
You've got to,
So
well, you've got to look out for you. That's
yeah,
just the bottom line. I mean, you've got to look out for you, or you're just going to be screwed in the end if not. And that's pretty much basically what happened.
and that's what happened with the video
Yeah.
part of things, to be able to sell it, which I
I'm
couldn't.
sorry,
But
girl.
but the soundtrack went over really well, and is still going over really well.
Good.
And I've written a lot of songs over the years, originals. And you know how you sometimes you write things down and whatever, and the next day you look at it and you say, "Oh my God, did I actually write that? That's a piece of crap."
Yeah.
Um, and then there's other times you write a song and it's like, it sticks in your head, and then you try it on stage and everyone's grooving on it. And so that was kind of the test pilot for me for all of the songs on this CD. And I took the best songs and wrapped them around the stories that I was telling, and it just worked. It worked out really well. And I just can't wait to have it on stage again. My dream is, my real dream is to first of all go on tour with my originals and my rock musical in a format that people, I get to know people. I want to know my audiences. I want them to know me, because I try to be as real as possible with everything that I do. And I like to get down and shake people's hands and give them a hug. And I know we can't do
Exactly.
that right now, but that's the whole thing for me. I got to meet them, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it the
That's
same for you
fine.
when you were playing? Like when you
Yeah.
were playing,
Yeah.
wasn't that the thing, meeting the people after the gig?
Yeah. Exactly. And you know what? You're doing something for them. That's just like Anika got to meet my sister this morning, and
Yeah.
it made her day. I mean, just that little bit of conversation, you changed her life. And so that's what you do for people, Anika. you're changing people's lives. That's just like coming on here. People in the audience are going, oh my God, I watched her. You're changing their life.
Yes,
I'm proud of you.
and I'm proud of you too, because you change people's lives every day with
Oh,
kindness and consideration and kind words and actually having me on the show, your show, which is widely respected and widely known about. I
thank you.
appreciate the opportunity, that you're giving me. So if we all work together in that respect, you can't ever come out with anything other than positivity.
Exactly. So when are you going? What are you doing musically right now? What are you? I mean, are you out playing any gigs with this COVID? I don't know, but you know,
I got it. I received a letter before I even did the live shows. I received a letter from MGM and Cirque du Soleil before I went on to the live, like before my quarterfinal and after my audition. So when I arrived, I got this email from MGM and Cirque du Soleil for Vegas live shows for AGT. And I showed it to my producer because, you want to go through the correct channels. I can't just say,
right,
yeah, you know.
right.
And they were considering me or are considering me or whatever for a residency in Vegas. And that's what my email said anyway. And so I thought, is this a scam
God.
or what? Yeah, yeah. I thought it might be like just spam or something, you know?
Oh my
Um, so
God.
so I contacted my producer that was looking after me at the time, and she said, she looked it over and she said, no, that's legitimate. She said this is a really good thing because I don't think everybody got this letter. And I found out that not everybody did get the letter. So I've been waiting for response,
I got
for that,
goosebumps.
right? Because nothing is fast, so they'll choose certain acts for certain time frames, certain shows, genres, whatever the case may be. And I keep in touch with them. I also keep in touch with Howie Mandel and had
Good.
conversations with various people. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I also have a big show going on in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, where it's an Anica concert, my first real Anica concert.
Good.
And I've approached different people, and they've approached me as well to go into the States next year because now, the winter time, no one's going to travel, COVID restrictions crossing the border, all those things. You have to go through a lot of red tape when you're traveling on the road. If AGT were to contact me and send me to Vegas, then it's from here to there to a hotel place or a secured location. But when you're traveling, and as you're stopping at rest stops, you're getting food, you have to go in and lug gear, and then you're touching everything. And I think there's just a longer waiting period for that time to happen. But that is my goal. See, I'm not there. I need a booking agent. I need a booking person,
Right.
which I've
Right. Yeah.
contacted a few, but I need a booking agent that it would be willing to just, organize the tour. And
Oh my
I can
God.
organize the tour because I've organized tours before, but
Right.
to find somebody that in Boston or in Vegas or, anywhere along New York or wherever,
Right.
Ohio,
Well, hell,
Ohio.
if you're ever
um,
out here in Seattle, let me know. You guys got a place to bunk.
I'd love that. I'd love
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
want to do about
Definitely.
20 shows next year.
Oh my God, girl, go for it.
Yeah.
I am so
Yeah.
happy for you. So, some good things are coming out of the AGT then, right?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, yeah. No, and even my hometown, they've embraced it. They just can't believe it, because as you know, there's so much talent in the world.
Yeah.
And to be able to be on that stage with 36 other people, I mean, there was almost a half a million auditions.
And for you to make it through there, that is just phenomenal.
It freaks me out, really. It makes me feel, but as I said before, it depends on what they're looking for,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So I got a favor to ask.
Sure.
Would you play us a song?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I can play you I'm gonna do something special for you, Uber,
Oh,
first,
thank
okay?
you. Oh
Is that
yeah.
all right with you? I
Yes.
was
Oh, I'm so excited. I can
I
barely
was thinking
stand myself.
I was thinking about doing this for you earlier, but
Oh,
because just because I know you're a big Janis Joplin fan.
Yes, I am. Very much so.
So I'm gonna do this song, and then I'm gonna show you one of the originals from my rock musical. And you have to understand, this is way more produced, but I'm gonna do it acoustically for you. You know, like I
Oh,
wrote it at my kitchen
wonderful.
table.
Oh, I am blessed. Thank you, Anica. I'm so excited. Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me show you this one, okay? So I
Okay.
like to get myself going on this little beat. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Darling, $4 is trying to buy me. I wait for delivery each day until 3. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz.
Who loves you, baby?
Oh
Who
my
loves you?
God.
Oh
I
my
love it.
gosh.
That was
Oh,
for
I
you,
love it.
darling.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Oh,
would you let me get my guitar?
yes, ma'am. I sure will.
One sec, okay?
Okay, honey. I hope you all are having a good time here. This, Anika and her wife are such great people, and I'm just really blessed that they have chose me to allow them to come and allow me to come to them, and they're gracing us with this. This is
Oh,
absolutely
wow.
remarkable. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, really, you know. I'm just going to tune up just a little bit, okay, babes?
Absolutely. You do what you need to do, and I'm going to keep talking to these people, and they're all saying bravo, and they're excited. This is so awesome. Uh, you know, good morning, Yankee. Good morning, honey. Joy says, I'm so happy for you. I'm in tears. Aw, Joy.
I love you. That's why I do it, because you're an awesome person. And that's why Flipper does it too. Flipper is my biggest inspiration. She has always believed in me, and she's always been there for me, and she's done every more than anyone has ever done for me my whole entire life. You know, growing up in care, and it's hard to explain how you have to make your own path, and there are so many avenues or forks in the road that you can take if you choose, right? As you know, and
Yes.
I chose the path of music, which is always good, you know.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. So's
So this
Flipper.
is she really is. And you
You
know
know.
what? This is track 5 on the CD, Deception, and I'm gonna dedicate it to my wife, because which is Flipper, and I want to dedicate it to anybody there who has found love, and maybe you want to dedicate it to anybody who means a lot to you. So it's called "A Love Like You."
Oh.
Can you hear that? I have walked in a million shoes, and I have got many points of view. Yes, I know This much is true. I have traveled almost every town, and I've been lost, and I'm still not found. Yes, I know this much. How about you? And they say it's okay. Don't you know? Don't you know it? But it's not okay with me. And there's one thing I do know. I've been through the valley of the shadow of doubt. I know exactly what it is to do without. But I've never known a love like you. Oh, yeah. I know what it's like to give and to never receive. I definitely know what it's like to be deceived. But I've never known a love like you. Don't you know? When you hold me that way, don't you know? You make everything okay. Yes, I know this much is true. I could tell you that I just can't go on, but then you tell me just try and be strong. Well, if I told you to do the same, would you? And they say it's okay. Don't you know? Don't you know it's? But it's not okay with me. And there's one thing I do know. I've been through the valley and the shadow of doubt. I know exactly what it is to do without. But I've never known a love like you. Oh, yeah. I know what it's like to give and to never receive. I definitely know what it's like to be deceived. But I've never known love like you. Just thought you'd like to know. I've never known a love like you. I just thought that you'd like to know. Never known a love like you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I never know.
Oh my God, Anica, thank you. You had me all teary-eyed.
I saw you wiping your eyes there, girl.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where's that wife of yours?
She's right here. She actually has her arm. Did you know she broke her arm in three places?
Yes.
And she crushed
Yes.
her elbow and stuff. So she's doing her therapy right now.
Oh, okay.
It's
Gotcha.
okay. I'm
Gotcha.
so sorry. Yeah.
No. That's fine. That's more important.
Oh,
Um, that's way more important. That's a beautiful song. Beautiful
thank you.
song. Anika, I'm so proud of you, honey. I'm so proud of you. And
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of your your wife. You guys are been together. You're renewing your vows, you said this year?
Yeah, actually it'll be like next year because of the, we want to do it in under
Right.
nice weather and stuff and do it outside and have our friends and stuff be able to hang around because right now there's a bunch of restrictions going on. But
Right.
yeah, I'm excited about it. And I never thought in my lifetime that I would ever be able to, I would ever be able to, you know, uh, have
You had
someone
it.
in my life,
You
you
had
know?
it. You had it rough, Anika, growing up. From I was listening to an interview that you had
Yeah.
with a gentleman a while ago, and you were telling about your, you growing up and being in foster care and that, and that's not easy. That weighs down on somebody's personality, on their self esteem, and it's hard to trust people. And I can't imagine what you went through. And I'm really proud of you. You
Thank you.
you are very loved by a lot of people, number one, but you reciprocate that love. So
Yeah,
I'm.
I love people, and I think as a child I loved people too. I had a lot of love to give,
Mhm.
and it was just so disheartening sometimes because one incident I can tell you about that's going to be in the book as well. I remember being with this family for about 6 months, and then one day I think I was in grade six. I was in grade six, and there was another group home up at the top of the hill. And I remember coming home and my bag was packed. I had no idea. They said, "You're moving up the street there." And I'd been there for 6 months. And I said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, like you
Oh,
just walk home from school and I had collected a bunch of Reader's Digest because I used to read them all the time as a kid. And I had a bag with some clothes in it. And they just basically said, walk up the street, they're waiting for you. And I said, should I stay for supper? And they said, no, no, you'll have supper up there. And no one walked me up. I think to
oh
myself
my God.
as a mother myself, and certainly Flipper, and my love for children, I just simply adore them. And I think to myself, would I ever, as a mother, or father or anybody allow an 11-year-old kid to walk up the street after being living with me for 6 months and not even as much as for giving them a lift up the street. You walk with your bags and you knock on the door, and that's what I did because you don't know any better as a child. But these
Well,
are the types of things that I just have made me stronger as a person and have given me so much empathy for everybody. I know everybody, like, you can't love everybody, but you kind of can, and everybody has their hardships, and that's the whole message for me. I'm doing fine now. Like, you know what I mean? I think I'm halfway normal. I mean, who
well,
knows,
you
really?
are.
Yeah, yeah. I've come through it and have made a successful and productive life. And my music has saved me entirely
Right.
over the years, right? As it has
Absolutely.
probably for you too, eh? Like
Yeah.
you,
Because I
you,
play guitar. I play guitar and write, and
right?
I can remember being on the road. The only friend I had was my guitar.
Yeah.
And when I was welding, I made a replica of my guitar out of metal, but it was my best friend at that
You
time.
made a replica?
Yeah, I'll have to show it to you.
Oh, but you did it yourself?
Yeah, yeah, I was a welder for years.
Wow. You know how hard
Artistic.
welding is?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
yeah.
You
Plasma cutter, welder, the whole works.
Metallurgy. You had to really know your metallurgy, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. It was hard. Hence, a lot of the breathing problems I had because I never wore a respirator when I cut metal with the plasma.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I can remember sitting there smoking a cigarette, blowing my nose, and shit just coming out of my mouth or
Oh
my
my
nose.
God.
Black shit coming out of my nose. But yeah, I'll have to
But
show it to
wasn't that the way it was back in the day, though, eh?
you. It was. There was no respirator, no nothing. Yeah. Hmm.
It's like you didn't really have to go. I mean, I'm not saying this for the children today because kids today have to have a secondary education, right?
Right.
Post-secondary education. We could simply go into a place of business and start off as an apprentice and just work your way up. You didn't have to go to university and stuff.
Exactly. It was called the School of Hard Knocks. Common sense, street smarts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I'm a broadcaster as well, and excuse me. And I remember just starting cutting my teeth in the news business in a little place called CHSJ in St. John, New Brunswick. And from there,
Wow,
I've done a lot of radio shows and stuff over the years.
that's pretty
And
cool.
it's kind of like you develop your skills not only as an entertainer, but also you meet a lot of people, and that's what really draws me to everything that has to do with the entertainment industry.
Right, exactly. Well, I gotta say, I'm blessed to have met you, and it's kind of weird how we met. I mean,
Yeah,
just out of the blue. So, I'm just really thrilled that I've gotten to know you. And
yeah, me
what
too.
what all do you want these people to know about you, Anika, before we close out of here?
I just want them to know that I really love all of my audiences, and I love the fact that you had so many people today giving beautiful comments. And thank you very much for having me on the show. My aim in life is to get to know you better. I'd love to do a tour. I'd love to find a booking agent that would be willing to take me on, because if anybody's going to work their ass off,
Yes,
seriously, it'll be
you.
me. I will work my ass. I know what it's like to sleep in a car or in a ditch, or I've been there, done that, the whole grommet. So this is kind of, like, it's not training anymore. I'm ready for the largest stages in the world. So
Right.
it's like, I just want the audience to know that if they see me in concert, or if they see that I'm coming, that they come to my concerts and just come up and say hi. That's what I really would like.
Yep. That's good. That's good.
And thank
Well,
you, eh?
I want to thank you so much, Anika, and stay on after we get off air,
Sure.
and Flipper out. Everybody saying goodbye.
Mwah, I love you guys. Thank you.
Everybody, see you all later. Thank you for coming in, and Anika, you're the best. Talk to you later,
Goodbye.
guys.